whether we meet quorum or not before we officially start our meeting. While the Secretariat is preparing themselves to do the counts, all councillors, you are requested to take your seats so that it will be easier for our Secretariat to confirm numbers, no movement, so that we are accurate with our numbers. Secretariat, let's confirm the numbers so that we know whether we meet quorum or not. Thank you.
I dare you. They'll open your bag next to find them out.
Order, Speaker. We're 20 minutes into the meeting. Are we planning to start soon?
Let's take our seats so that we don't delay the Secretariat in confirming numbers, so that we know whether we meet quorum or not. No movement. Councillors, please take your seats so that we are quicker in the exercise that we are doing. Let's give them space to do their work. Yeah, thank you very much, Councillors. Order. As the numbers are displayed on screen, we do meet quorum. Let's officially start our meeting. I will then request the city manager to read the notice of convening of the ordinary council meeting. City manager.
Good morning to you, Honorable Speaker. Greetings to the Whip of Council, to the Mayor, Deputy Mayor, the Whip of Council, collective leadership of Municipality of eThekwini Council, ngikhuleke kumakhosi aseNdlunkulu, ngiphinde ngibingelele amalunga omphakathi asijoyina through live streaming. Greetings to our colleagues, the deputy city managers, the heads, secretariat, and all of them that are part of this meeting. I wish to read the notice of the meeting to all members of the eThekwini Council. In terms of Section 29, subsection 1 of the Local Government Municipal Structures Act, number 117 of 1998, members are hereby notified that an ordinary meeting of the eThekwini Municipal Council will be held on Wednesday, the 31st of the 5th, 2023, at the Durban Exhibition Center on number 11 Walnut Road. Thank you.
Siyabonga kakhulu. Mphathi Dolopha. Babumpele. Let me officially acknowledge the presence of Amakhosi aseNdlunkulu and also appreciate their presence. And sibamukele sikhuleke kakhulu kuona ngenkulu inhlonipho. We also want to officially welcome all council members present, our officials led by the head of our administration, Mr. Mpele, our city manager. Thank you very much for coming. I'm aware that there are members of the media from different media houses here today. You are all welcome. Thank you very much for your attendance. Siyazi futhi ukuthi baningi abantu abayizakhamuzi zaseThekwini nabanye abangaphandle kweTheku who are following this meeting through our live streaming. Thank you very much to everyone at home, those who are at work, wherever you are, for joining this meeting. We really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Councillors, I will now request that we all stand up to receive the two anthems, the African Union Anthem and the South African Anthem. Thank you. take few seconds, the moment of silence for personal reflection, prayer, and any other form of silence, preparing for this meeting. Thank you. Thank you very much. You may take your seats. Thank you very much, councillors. Let's receive the announcements. Then after the announcement, we'll go to the speaker's report. Firstly, in our announcement, councillors, we, as the eThekwini municipality, we want to congratulate the Inkosi Albert Luthuli International Convention Center for the successful hosting of the International Table Tennis Tournament that was held from the 20th to the 28th of May 2023. The tournament saw a number of countries descending in our beautiful city of Durban. Again, our city proved to be an international landscape as a tourist destination and host of different sporting codes. Well done, ICC. Well done, eThekwini. Councillors, I also want to remind you that this meeting has two sessions. This is very much important so that you psychologically prepare yourself for the day. There are two sessions. The first session is a session that we are starting now of an ordinary council meeting to deal with ordinary council matters. The second meeting is a special council where we are going to consider the 2023-2024 eThekwini municipality budget. Again, I want to remind you, councillors, that please complete the register that is circulating so that you are all recorded that we are part of this meeting. Again, councillors, as we normally do, we want to encourage to conduct yourself with dignity and decency during the council proceedings and in compliance with the expectations in terms of the councillor's code of conduct. We want to make an emphasis and remind the members of the public that are taking place, that are present in the venue. We have allocated seats for the members of the public that decided to come and be part of the meeting, that they are not allowed to participate in this meeting, and also we request that there should be no disruption from the side where they've been allocated to sit. Whips of political parties have a responsibility to assist council to run this meeting in a professional manner, in a dignified manner, in a case where we are we are being out of line. We want to remind whips that one of their responsibilities is to make sure that they maintain the decorum of the council meeting. Councillors, I also want to extend the best luck to all councillors and officials that will be participating in the 96th Comrade Marathon taking place on the 11th of June 2023. The race is set to start at Pietermaritzburg City Hall and end at the Hollywoodbet Kingsmith Stadium in Durban. I know that there are councillors who have informed me that they will be participating in this marathon. Specifically, the whip of the Democratic Alliance, Councillor Mkhize, he has informed me that he will be participating. Kabazela, we wish you all the best. And those councillors who have not informed me and officials, I'm told the mayor intended to participate, but he was advised by his doctors that mayor don't take a risk. But he has assured me that Speaker, next year, I will be leading your team. Thank you very much, councillors. Let's now move to the report from the Speaker. There are two reports, councillors. The first report is an ordinary report that I normally present to council. The second report is a report on the alleged breach of the code of conduct by Councillor Mzimuzi Ngiba. Let me start with the normal report. We will start to report to council on the community engagements. Yes, point of order.
Thank you, Speaker. Just the issue of the alleged involvement of the city manager. We had a brief discussion this morning, Mr. Speaker, and I thought if you could just repeat that to full council, that there will be a report in committee that will be coming forward, because I am concerned about the continued participation of the city manager in this meeting without us knowing whether he is cleared of those charges or not. I think it's important that we have to have clarity on that. Thank you, Speaker.
Your point of order is overruled, but issues that we are raising are part of the council agenda.
Sorry, Somlo.
We want to-
Sorry, Somlo.
Yes, Councillor Kwala.
Ngifisa nje ungiphi clarity. Ubani okwazi ukukuvikela wena njengosomlomo njengoba thina sivikela wena ngoba ngibona ukuthi ukufaka ehlathini uvisven ngoba usachaza. Ubani okwazi ukuvikela wena njengosomlomo?
Let's not enter in that debate. I have all the powers to protect myself. Thank you, Councillor Kwala. Councillors, I will start with the issue of the community engagement. I know that I'm on record.
Speaker,
Reporting to
Speaker, sorry, you overruled my order, point of order, but I wish to raise the legal matter that we don't have a report on the involvement of the city manager. What if it points, I'm not saying it will, but what if it says that he is being investigated and he is now part of the meeting that is going to compromise him? Surely we should be dealing with that item first.
Speaker.
Thank you. Let's wait. Let's cancel. Let's wait the report. As I've confirmed that those reports are part of the executive committee report, the mayor will present those reports to council. Rest assured. There's no need to continuously raise the matter that I've already provided answers and confirm that you will be given a chance to hear what the mayor will present in that report. Let's proceed, councillors. I wanted to raise the issue of the community engagement to say that it is encouraging to report that communities still appreciate platforms created by the municipality to engage them on various municipal matters. This was evidence from the noticeable huge turnout on the 2023-2024 budget ITP hearing that was held. We want to thank our people who came in numbers to participate in the budget hearing that have been conducted throughout our municipality. Siyabonga kakhulu ukweseka nokufika kwabo. However, there's still a concern councillors with the ward-based engagement held and reported as required. Since so far in the month of May, there are only 14 community stakeholder engagements that have been recorded. Because most of the time when I raise this issue, I'm told, yes, Speaker, we are convening these meetings, but the problem is submitting reports, minutes, and the attendance registers, so that it is being recorded that these meetings are convened. I do want to remind all of you councillors, when COGTA is doing assessments on the functionality of the municipality, they look at this aspect. They look at this aspect. I also want to remind you that in terms of our consortium section 152 on the objective of local government, all objectives are mentioned, but there's a very important objective that in all what we are doing as local government, as a municipality, we have to involve citizens, we have to involve our people. I want to remind that we all have an obligation to continuously engage our citizens, report on council decision, take their concerns, process them within our department, give communities feedback.
Speaker.
Let's do that.
Speaker, order, Speaker.
Councillor Said.
Speaker, it's been over 2 months through your office we've been requesting meetings for Ward 25, 30 and 31 respectively. And with no joy, Speaker.
Yeah,
Speaker, as much as you sit here and you portray as though we are having or we're supposed to be having meetings ward-based, it's through your office and the officials that are non-responsive to invitations to
Councillor
meetings.
Said, let's not engage the report while I'm presenting.
No, Speaker, but I think it's leading the House because
No.
to say that
No, Councillor Said, you must learn one thing in council. I allow you to speak, but if you're out of line, I will correct you. While the speaker is addressing council, you should not engage to the speaker. That is not acceptable. Let's continue, councillors, with the report. I want also to report on the Municipal Rapid Response Team that on the 4th of March or April, the council established the Municipal Rapid Response Team as part of compliance with the Department of Corporate Governance and International Affairs requirement to monitor and manage public protest. The established MRRT currently comprises of 3 segments. We have a rapid response team, we have a technical response team, and a political task team. Their responsibility is to deal with all the protests, picketing, demonstrations that we normally receive at City Hall and that are happening in a number of our communities and coordinate the response and respond to those people who have sent those memorandum. On the 23rd of May 2023, the MRRT held its meetings to consider progress made in inception. To date, teething problems such as the fact that technical team was still not fully represented by officials from various relevant service units, which then hinders the timers addressing of matters raised in memorandum received. A decision was taken to escalate the concern to the office of the city manager for his intervention with identified clusters that had not complied or respected the call. A report was also presented on the protests held from the month of January to May 23, 2023, where it was noted that majority thereof pertaining to community not being happy with water, provision, and electricity. It was pleasing to note that some areas where there were such protest action, issues raised have been resolved already, while some remain outstanding, and there is a commitment from the Rapid Response Team to meet those communities and address their issues. It was also resolved that terms of reference for the MRRT be developed and submitted to Council for adoption. These will be developed and submitted accordingly to Council once completed. The MRRT will continue to meet frequently since the functionality thereof is also being monitored by COGTA, as I've indicated earlier, as part of their ongoing municipality functionality assessment. Let's update Council on the update of Council membership. Council will recall that in the last month meeting that was on the 26th of April 2023, it was reported that Councillor Ntokozo Sibiya Xaba, representing the African National Congress, has resigned as a member of Council with immediate effects. This created a vacancy that is within Council. Confirmation has been received from the Independent Electoral Commission that Councillor Bongumusa Dlamini has been elected to replace the former Councillor Ntokozo Sibiya Xaba as a PR councillor representing the ANC. Let's officially welcome Councillor Dlamini. Thank you very much for joining the team. We hope that you will contribute meaningfully or effectively in a committee where you will be deployed. Council note that there's still a vacancy with the municipal council for ward councillor in Ward 11. A by-election therefore will be held on the 28th of June 2023. It is being further noted that in Ward 73, we have been already at by-election. The vacancy has been filled through that by-election. That was on the 24th of May 2023. Confirmation of the elected councillor is still awaited from IEC. Once we receive that confirmation, then he will be formally welcomed and introduced to Council. Council would recall that it is in our last meeting, also in April, it was reported that the ANC had a vacancy in the MPEC committee. From its 5 members, as per the proportional representation, a request has been received by the Office of the Speaker from the ANC requesting that Councillor Bongumusa Dlamini be appointed to MPEC to fill the vacancy that has existed. Therefore, it is recommended that the Council approve the appointment of Councillor Bongumusa Dlamini to serve on the MPEC representing the African National Congress. This report is submitted for consideration. Let's deal, councillors, with the last report that I've also indicated that is part of our report around the alleged breach by Councillor Mzimuzi Ngiba. The purpose, councillors, of this report is to outline the process followed to date in addressing Councillor Mzimuzi Ngiba's matter as it relates to his alleged breach of Yes, Councillor?
Greetings, Speaker, and all councillors. I thought also in your report that you just recently finished, you were going also to include our new councillor that is recently sworn in, replacing Councillor Thembile Memel, Councillor Dolly Mngoma. I didn't hear you mentioning her on your report.
Yeah.
Maybe you forgot.
Yes, apologies, whip of the EFF. Yes, it was an oversight on our side not to include that in our report. We apologize for that. We will also formalize that in our next council meeting, as we normally do. Apologies for that, council, and thanks for bringing that to our attention.
Speaker?
Yes. Yes, Councillor Rema.
Yeah, thanks, Speaker, for your
Order, order.
Thank you, Speaker. For the purpose of the records, is it Councillor Mzimuni? No, it's Councillor Mzimuni Ngiba. Because
It's
I,
Coun- it's
in my
Councillor
understanding,
Mzimu-
is
it's
Councillor Mzimuni Ngiba.
I'm Mzimuni, yes.
So please, let's correct that. Thank
It's
you.
Councillor Mzimuni Ngiba.
Speaker,
Yes,
hello.
yes.
Speaker, khona ikhansela le EFF elihleli endaweni erong ngala. Efanele ngabe liza ngapha.
Who's that? Who's that? Oh, okay, I can see the councillor wearing in red. In fact, there are two. There are two, eh? There are two. It means the speaker the speaker must rule for those two councillors to check their seat in a correct. Thank you, councillors. This report, we want to advise council of the findings arising from the processes undertaken to address Councillor Ngiba's alleged breach and propose recommendation thereof. But let me start with the background. The eThekwini Council has established, in terms of Section 12 of the Local Government Municipal Structures Act,
Speaker,
number 117 of
on a point of
1998.
order.
Yes, Councillor Pili.
Thank you, Speaker, and good morning to you and all the councillors. Speaker, we did receive this report quite late last night. I want to check with you if it's possible, if it's going to need adoption from this council, if maybe we can just get an opportunity to briefly caucus as the DA, or would you want us to do it now, or maybe when you get to recommendations?
I hear you, Councillor Pili. You are trying to suggest that because you have a copy already, there's no need for the speaker to present the report to council because they've got the report. Or you are saying both. We have the report, but we are requesting a caucus time as a DA. Please clear that.
Speaker, you are about to table the report, which I'm saying that we did receive it quite late last night.
Okay.
As a result, we've not been able to engage the report.
Okay.
So I'm asking if we can be able to do that before you present it, or we do it when you're done.
I suggest that if you are requesting a caucus, I will grant that after I've presented the report. I will give you time.
Before we can adopt it as council.
No problem, it's fine. I can do that. Thank you, Councillor Pili. The conduct of all councillors is regulated through Schedule 7, Code of Conduct for Councillors as contained in the Municipal Structures Act. The code also makes provisions for the mechanism to address alleged breaches in the event that they occur. It will be noted that the responsibility to monitor councillors' code of conduct is the Speaker of Council statutory obligation assigned in line with the functions of the Speaker as contained in Section 37 of the Local Government and Municipal Structures Act. Councillor Ngiba is an elected ward councillor in Ward 101, representing the ANC, elected through a by-election that arose due to the demise of the candidate, Mr. Mkhize. The Code of Councillors stipulate that all elected councillors must attend council meeting and committee meetings as assigned accordingly, and compliance thereof is monitored by the Speaker of Council. As part of monitoring councillors' attendance of the said meeting, the Speaker received a report from the Secretariat Department where it was recorded that Councillor Ngiba had missed more than 3 consecutive council and committee meetings without any leave of absence being submitted and as required. This amounting to a breach of the Code of Conduct. As indicated in 2.2 above, councillors' conduct is regulated through Schedule 7 of the Code of Conduct for Councillors, which outline breaches and processes that the Speaker of Council need to follow in addressing the alleged breaches of the said code. The said processes had to be complied with in addressing Councillor Ngiba's matter. The Speaker consulted with the Legal and Compliance Unit in terms of guiding the processes to charge Councillor Ngiba for the breach of Code of Conduct due to his non-attendance of meetings. Attention was drawn to item 15, section 1 of Schedule 7 of the Code of Conduct for Councillors, which is read as follows. That is item 15, breach of code. If the Speaker of the Municipal Council on reasonable suspicion is of the opinion that a provision of this code has been breached, the Speaker must authorize an investigation of the facts and circumstances of the alleged breach. Number 2, give the councillor an opportunity to reply in writing regarding the alleged breach and report the matter to a meeting of a municipal council after paragraph A and B have been complied with. Thereafter, a letter from the Speaker was sent to Councillor Ngiba, giving him an opportunity to respond to the allegations. Using the contact detail that the office has, the contact detail used by the office of the Speaker are those that have been submitted by Councillor Ngiba in our office, because we don't have any other address except the one that we received from him. Speaker was further alerted by the Legal and Compliance Unit on the provision of item 5 of the Code of Conduct, which read as follows: sanctions for non-attendance of meetings. A municipal council may impose a fine as determined by the standing rules and order of the municipal council on a councillor for not attending a meeting which that a councillor is required to attend in terms of item 4, or failing to remain in attendance at such meeting. A councillor who is absent from 3 or more consecutive meetings of a municipal council, or from 3 or more consecutive meetings of a committee which that councillor is required to attend in terms of item 4, must be removed from the office as a councillor. Proceeding for the imposition of a fine, the removal of a councillor must be conducted in accordance with a uniform standing procedure, which each municipal council must adopt for the purposes of this item. The uniform standing procedure must comply with the rules of national justice. The municipal council has a uniform standing procedure adopted in June 2022. However, on the 30th of March 2023, the Speaker submitted a report to Council seeking authority for the said adopted standing procedure to also be used to process non-attendance allegations. To comply with these provisions of item 3A on the above, authority was granted accordingly. The committee to note that all the above mentioned processes have been undertaken by the Speaker. However, no response was received from Councillor Ngiba as per the requirement that he be given sufficient time to respond to the alleged breach. Based on the processes that have been undertaken and finding thereof, it is recommended that item 5, subsection 2 of the Councillor's Code of Conduct be invoked, which indicate that a councillor who is absent from 3 or more consecutive meetings of a municipal council, or from 3 or more consecutive meetings of a committee which that a councillor is required to attend, must be removed from the office as a councillor. The committee's attention is further, the council's attention is further drawn to the fact that council members receive monthly allowances as elected public representatives. That is councillors. The payment of such allowances is regulated through the Government Gazette, determining upper limit for payment of salaries, allowances, and benefits of different municipal council members. And councillors are terminated when they ceased to be members of council. It is being noted that there currently no statutory provision for the suspension of allowance payment. Hence, Councillor Ngiba is still receiving his allowance. The payment is not based on the number of meetings attended or not attended. It may only be determined when one ceased. It may only be terminated, when one ceased to be a councillor. Given the above mentioned, council will note that Councillor Ngiba is still in receipt of his monthly allowance until such time that he ceased to be a member of council. This report is here tabled in line with item 15, subsection 1C of the Code of Conduct. It is being noted that it will not have been brought to council prior the finalizing the above mentioned step, and this was done to avoid unnecessary legal interdictions. Now let's go to the recommendation. It is recommended that the council note the process that have unfolded toward addressing the matter of the alleged breach by Councillor Mzimuni Ngiba for being absent from 3 and more consecutive municipal council and committee meetings, as outlined in item 15, subsection 1 of the Schedule 7 of the Code of Conduct for Councillors contained in the Local Government Municipal Structures Act number 117 of 1998. Number 2, that the Municipal Council note the findings that Councillor Mzimuni Ngiba is in breach of the code by being absent from 3 or more consecutive meetings on the Municipal Council and committees that have required him to attend. Given the findings that Councillor Mzimuni Ngiba is in breach of the Councillor's Code of Conduct, the Council approved the removal of Councillor Ngiba from the office as a councillor in line with item 5, subsection 2 of Schedule 7 of the Code of Conduct for councillors contained in the Local Government Municipal Structures Act number 117 of 1998. Subject to approval of number 3 above, the Municipal Council approved the recommendation to MEC Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, COGTA, that Councillor Mzimuni Ngiba, Ward Councillor from Ward 101, be removed from the office in line with item 16, subsection 2E of the Schedule 7 of Code of Conduct for Councillors contained in the Local Government Municipal Structures Act number 117 of 1998. The report is submitted for consideration. I will allow hence in my second report, if there are people who want to comment or to say something on this report, I will afford those people an opportunity. There was a request from the Democratic Alliance to have a caucus break, although they have never indicated for how many minutes. Let me start with Billy, and then I will go to Councillor Madlala, just to conclude that request so that we make a proper ruling.
Thank you, Speaker. We just need about 2 to 3 minutes. We won't be long.
2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Councillor Madlala.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Greetings to you and the entirety of this House. We also, as the ANC, would like to request 15 minutes for caucus. I know that the Democratic Alliance has asked for caucus, but I have an experience where one party asked for caucus and the others wanted to piggyback on that. And then the other party just went in for 1 minute and came back, and the other parties were forced to abandon their caucuses. So we are officially asking for our own caucus for 15 minutes to deal with this report and also to do some housekeeping on the other items that are going to come, so that we don't ask for caucuses on other matters as well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Both the ANC and the DA, you will be granted time for caucuses. Your 15 minutes is granted, your 2 minutes is granted, but if you want to extend to 15 minutes, you can take that extra minute. Thank you very much. Granted.
Bonoma ngabe ngifunda ikubika
Councillors, there's lost and found, there's an iPad. There's an iPad, whoever lost his iPad, please come and collect it from the front. There's an iPad with a brown cover. Oh, I can see now the iPad is for Councillor Mazibuko. I see his picture. Unless there's someone otanding to foko Mazibuko esithombeni. Where is Mazibuko? I don't think ukuthi khona ngakufaka nje I think ayakho Mazibuko. I can see. Thank you, councillors. As I've indicated earlier, that we are going to afford councillors who want to engage on the second report that I've presented. There are councillors who have already indicated that they want to say something. I want to note those hands for those who want to speak on the item. If there's anyone who want to say something on the report
Speaker,
that have been presented, yes, Councillor.
it's myself. I would like to say something onto the report that you have just presented with respect.
No.
Volume.
I said order. I said councillors.
Am I not a
Tho-
councillor?
Those who want to speak, please raise your hands. Not address me that you want to speak.
Thank you.
Speaker, on a point of clarity.
Point of clarity.
Yeah, thank you, Speaker. In the beginning, you gave us your report, but you never gave us an opportunity to engage on that report. The issue of Councillor Mzimoni Ngiba was the second part of your report. So can we then be allowed to start from the beginning before then we engage on the last report that you made about the Councillor Ngiba? Thank you.
I'm trying to understand your point. But
Yeah, Speaker.
order. Those who want to speak on the Councillor Ngiba's report, raise your hands.
Speaker, again, I asked for the
Order. Stop this behavior. Please stop this behavior. When I'm addressing council, no one is allowed to interrupt. I'm still addressing. Stop this. I don't want to exchange with you. I have observed this behavior and it's wrong. You see, you continue to exchange words with me. I'm appealing to you, behave. Let me finish my point. We are going to take hands for those who want to speak on Councillor Ngiba's report. The first report that I've presented no one is allowed to engage that report. It means that report won't be discussed here. Is a rule known, it has been a practice, a norm known in this council, and we won't change on that. We are only allowing hands to discuss Councillor Ngiba's report. Let me note hence, we are the first one, Councillor Ntuli, then Councillor Ntuli, then is Councillor Angboni Gahlamanat Whip, I can see you. You are number 2. I think it's Councillor Nkosi, number 3. Then you are number 4. I don't see because of the light. You are number 4. You are number 5. At the back, number 6. Then number 7. I think it's Councillor Hlengwa, number 8. Councillor Visven, number 9. Then Councillor Pillay, number 10. Councillor Ntando will be number 11 in that order. Mpemba, over to you.
Thank you, Speaker. For over a year now, Speaker, the residents of Ward 101 have not had a ward councillor, and thus our DAPR councillor was inundated with duties and responsibilities despite not having an office. The office at 101 is open for use, has been for a long time, and you haven't done anything.
Apologies, Councillor Mpemba.
Sorry ukuphazamisa ukolegi. Cha Speaker besacela besibhalansisela iBK nakuzwakala kahle.
Okay, thank you. Technical team, there's a problem with the sound. Please work on it so that everyone is audible. I don't want Councillor Ntuli to speak, then councillors won't be able to hear him. Can you please work on that? Do you need how many seconds, how many minutes? Are you sorted now? Thank you very much. Apologies, Mpemba. Please proceed.
For a year now, Mr. Speaker, the residents of Ward 101 have not had a ward councillor, and thus our DAPR councillor, Usibo Sibisi, was inundated with duties and responsibilities despite not having an office. The office at 101 is open for use, has been for a long time, and you haven't done anything about that. Unlike in Ward 73 and Ward 11, you intentionally neglected the issue of Mzimuni Ngiba to avoid the by-election and kept his office open to appease ANC voters with an ANC PR councillor, Uzama Sokhabaz. Your conduct in this affair has been disgraceful. Your office, in fact you, Mr. Speaker, have displayed serious incompetence. Maybe the ANC caucus should look into a possibility of removing you before you face a motion of no confidence.
Order.
Unlike any other councillor, Ngiba was not rattled and abused through ethics. Your office has been out and about to refer other councillors to ethics. That is how far back you should have seen that Ngiba is not on duty. Your report further states that Ngiba will receive his salary until the unknown date, more to the salaries that have been paid while he is awaiting trial. That is not right, though the process and legislation say something else, but you are the man to blame for all the fruitless expenditure that has been accumulated because you did not act in time. Your actions led to a continuous loss of ratepayers' money, and it has been rather too long. It has not been just a salary that has been lost on an absent councillor, but in his office rent as well, the stationery as well, and all other tools of trade and benefits for councillors that in this case, some other councillors are not getting because abanye bethu abanawo ama-office, you are not doing anything about that. With all that being said, Mr. Speaker, may I kindly request 2 legal opinions on this matter, which involves Councillor Ngiba. The first legal opinion that may I kindly request is to seek, excuse me, may we kindly seek an urgent legal opinion on the way the matter of former Councillor Mzimuni Ngiba was handled by your office. Speaker failed on his functions as outlined in the Municipal Systems Act, number 32 of year 2000, section number 37, subsection E,
of which are to ensure compliance of purportedly former Councillor Mzimini Ngiba, who missed 3 council meetings and committee meetings because he was still pre-awaiting trial in jail. The second legal opinion are the legal prescripts and process that can be used to formally refer you, Mr. Speaker, to COGTA for you to explain duly why you opted breaking the code of conduct when you failed to act with integrity on the matter of Mzimuli Ngiba for over a year. Secondly, on that part, how the Speaker will ensure that all the monies that have been lost, which will continue to be lost, paying Ngiba while he is in jail, Leo Mali ukuthi iyabuya, or at least that the Speaker himself foots the bill on such wasteful expenditure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Siyabonga kakhulu, Councillor Ntuli. Next speaker.
Much, Speaker. As an EFF, we welcome your report and its recommendation. It's been long, and you see, this matter, it was compromising people of Ward 101. And also, we thought it was going to be very easy for the ANC to deal with this matter because they have a step-aside rule. So, but over and above, welcome your report and its recommendation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Councillor. The third speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, colleagues and officials and members of the media and the community. Honorable Speaker, we welcome the report as IFP. However, we are so disappointed on you because you kept quiet for quite a long time. Our code of conduct is clear that if a councillor is absent for 3 times consecutive meetings, that councillor must be expelled. But you decided to keep Councillor Ngiba for quite long. The writing is on the wall, it's because he comes from the ANC. But you forgot one thing. This is taxpayers' money that was paying Councillor Ngiba. Not your money, not city manager's money or any money. It's taxpayers who paid us. It is wrong for those community from Ward 101 to stay such a long time without the councillor. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I wanted to tell you one thing. I think we must be subjected, you must be subjected to ethics. You must be charged because you failed your duty. You failed your duty and you failed the office as a speaker, and I must tell you that we don't trust you if you conduct yourself in such this way. And the money must be recovered because this is the taxpayers' money. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Councillor Nkosi.
Thank you, Speaker.
Speaker that follow.
Thank you, Speaker. As the Active Citizens Coalition Speaker, we welcome your report in terms of on Councillor Ngiba. But I think we need to be factual and we also need to be impartial. It is us as council that has appointed you as a speaker, and the question we now raise is that if any other party had a councillor arrested for the murder of his predecessor, will you then act in the same way that you've acted with Councillor Ngiba, simply to avoid a by-election? That is the first question, Mr. Speaker. And for the community of Ward 101, as you've seen, on Monday night, there was a car carrier burnt on the N2 southbound by the very same community which has a councillor who's now currently in jail. What have we done and how would we act now moving forward? That is the second thing, Speaker. The third one, Speaker, is that it's all quite well for us to sit here and say that we're now tabling this report 18 months into us sitting as council. But let us be very clear, Councillor Ngiba has not been in meetings for over a year. Where was your office in ensuring that that was tabled in the 3rd month of him not attending this meeting? And why was this report not tabled then?
Order.
So the question to you, Mr. Speaker, is what is your office going to do about recovering the money?
Your time
recovering.
is up.
Speaker, let me make my time.
Order. Your time is up. Next speaker.
Honorable Speaker, recovery
on a
of the
point
funds,
of order, Speaker. Speaker.
Order, councillors.
On a point of order, Speaker.
Point of order.
Speaker, kuyamangaza ukuthi singathi sikhuluma ngodaba olusensitive kanje. Lwabantu abakhokha intela abakhokhela umuntu ongekho emsebenzini bese kuba nabantu abahawula umuntu oyi-speaker and yet speaker ungamvikeli.
Order.
And they are doing the very same thing, Speaker. They are doing the very
Order.
same thing. The
Order,
very same
councillors.
thing.
Yeah, order, councillors. Yes, councillor, you are correct. We requested that all councillors should behave. Anyone who want to address council or to want to speak should raise his or her hand. No disruption, no howling is accepted. Councillor, apologies. Councillor Berger, proceed.
Honorable Speaker, worship the Mayor and our colleagues. Speaker, Action SA raised this issue because of the impact on service delivery and suffering of the people of Ward 101. Speaker, it's very sad that you have to put pressure in this council where we have to go out of the municipality and a city hall to do a picketing to put pressure on you to make a decision regarding this matter. And we really accept the report that you have put before us. But can the Speaker take us to confidence that the salary that was paid to this particular councillor will be recovered? And can we get a clarification, because it's not stated on the report, when was the letter was sent to Councillor Ngiba? Because it took so long for this matter to be resolved. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you. The next speaker.
Thank you, Speaker. Can I go ahead, Speaker? Sure.
So
Thank you,
Speaker
Speaker.
Ngiyabonga and CAIC sayibonga i-report ethe about uCouncillor Ngeba and siyajabula kakhulu and into ofuneka uyibuke at a broader picture ungajongi abaphambi kwakho. Yes, singatsho ukuthi kunemali elahlekile, yes ilahlekile imali allowance yakhe, but funeka sibheke umthetho ukuthi uhamba kanjani. So CAIC ke siyamkela i-report but besifuna ukuthi ulegal acheke kule ndaba ye-allowances ingaba na kufanele na zi-recovery noma what. Siyabonga kakhulu.
Thank you very much. The next speaker.
Speaker, Councillor Isop.
Isop, yes.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, the ACDP notes your report, but would with huge concern that today is a very sad day for the ratepayers and taxpayers of this municipality.